Well, we went through some of these challenges. Hags earlier in the year, Bergie's out. See, all our D-Corps predominantly got through it. So someone else will have to step up within the group. We don't expect any one player to deliver what Pasta has to this point or could going forward, but you know, we'll look at different people in there that have had some level of success. See if they can, like I said, fill some of the void. And that's what's in front of us. You know, we've relied on team defense, special teams, goaltending, more the defensive side of it for the most part this year to get through. We were hoping when we got healthy we could start scoring a little more. I think we did. So I think this team's used to playing tight games where the scoring hasn't been there and we still managed to win. So that'll probably be the formula going forward. Hopefully, like I said, it frees up a few other guys, take advantage of those. What's Pasta play 19 minutes a night? Someone's going to get those extra minutes and hopefully they're up for the challenge.
Coach, let's see.
But will you guys be bringing up another forward or two for
the road trip? We'll have to look at our lineup. We didn't want to do, you know, David Bax will go back in, pretty easy. He was going to go back in anyway, so it's a pretty easy switch in terms of personnel. And then we'll see tonight after the game tomorrow morning what's our best fit going forward for the road trip. We'll have to carry extra forward anyway, so do we switch anybody out? That'll be the conversation. And I don't know who it'll be. I mean, if we go the offensive route, the guys that are scoring down there, maybe a solid defensive player if we decide to say we're going to go that route. So it could be anybody down there. Usually it's the most deserving guy. But in this case, we may look at lineup, be a little more lineup specific.
Do you know what JFK's issue is down there? I know he missed a game or two.
No, I know he didn't play last weekend.
Yeah.
I don't know what his injury is, do you?
I can find out. I'm not sure.
Coach, you talking about scoring there. The team you're playing tonight's been scoring a lot lately. And looks like a much different team than what you saw at the Winter Classic. What have you seen just from tapes and watching?
Well, yeah, I thought they actually played well at the Winter Classic. The game could have went either way. I thought it was a good hockey game, good goaltending on both ends. You know, they look like, listen, a new coach comes in and they'd won 3 cups with Joel. There's probably a little bit of shock there for some of those players. And I think it takes a while to sort of get yourself back together to a certain extent. Even though they're good, great pros, it's just different. You got a new voice in there. Who knows what tweaks were made? I mean, I'm not in there, but at the end of the day, they found their rhythm now. Make a few deals. A kid like Strome comes in, plays really well for them. So now they've got 2 lines that are really scoring. You know, the young goaltender who didn't play against us then's given them a bit of life with Crawford being out. So you throw a few more goals in and a few less against you, all of a sudden those close games turn into wins, and that's what's happened with them. Obviously, Kane's Kane, still doing his thing. We've got to make sure we're mindful of him, but just probably a product of, like I said, those 2 or 3 things, and off they go. They're a proud franchise, and you knew it was only a matter of time before their kind of leadership group got them going.
Don said that David was very apologetic about what happened. Did you have any interaction with him since this time?
No, I haven't talked to David at all. I hope I would when it gets released from the hospital. So I haven't spoken to him at all. I was in yesterday, but he was already gone.
Is there any way a parallel to this injury that you could think of? You know, like 1 month would be a fair time frame, or you don't want to jump to that conclusion right now?
I have no idea. Honestly, I'm the last guy to ask on medical stuff. I hate to say it, but for me, I focus who's available, and who's not, and it's more about who is available.
We were down here with Donnie, but what would you do with power play with David out?
Crutchy will go in Pasta's spot. That's the easiest and I think the best fit for the first unit. Being a right stick, a guy that's played that side, comfortable with entries. The other unit becomes a little more, will be a work in progress now. Who's on the half wall? What plays we want to run? So that's where the challenge will be a little more. I think it was pretty easy with the second group. So, you know, we had David in charge of all the entries basically. They're built around him because he's very good at it. Now we've got to find another way to get in the zone. Backs can take the draws, so we're covered there. He did a very good job when Bergie was out with the first group in that area, but you know, we're going to try to build something on that one. We've got a lot of left sticks, so we started with that this morning. And I suspect the first group as in the past, will get the majority of the time anyway. So it's not it's not something that's pressing right now. It's about just building some chemistry on that group, and hopefully they're able to supplement the first group.
Even strength, you're gonna have line up now.
Solaric will go in with David and with Krejci and DeBrusque. So that line will be has played together before. Frederick has Backus on the right, Nordy on the left. Chari's line will stay together. Bergie, Marsh, Heinen.
When you get news like this of a player, he's not injured playing. He's out of this team function. He trips and falls. What's your range of emotion there? Is it frustration? Is it anger? Is it, obviously you can't control any injury, but when it's in this setting.
Well, I found out yesterday one was disappointment. I mean, he's one of our better players, and I'm sure David feels terrible about it. That's what I've told through Donnie, that he doesn't feel good about it. But after the disappointment moves along, it's challenge now. I mean, we're taking our leading scorer out of the lineup. We're already struggling to generate enough offense, we feel, as it is. So now you're going to the drawing board and, okay, what's the best way to go about this in terms of replacing his production? Do we have to tighten up even more defensively instead of worrying about the lost goals, or are we going to, force people into an offensive role to try to get what David brought? So those are the challenges for a coach. And the easiest way is always to defend, because that's our culture here. But we still want to score goals, and we have players here that can. So we just got to find the right formula.
Take one more.
So does it anyway, the adversity you guys went through at the beginning of the year, can that help the mindset?
I think so. It certainly helps mine. I mean, we've been through it without players in our lineup. We've had to win games. That's the luck of the draw some days. And I think it will. We got character guys, and I don't think you're ever going to hear them say, "Well, we're missing this guy and that guy." At least that's not my feeling around there. I think everyone will miss David because of his personality and what he brings on the ice. But when the puck drops tonight, that should be the farthest thing from mine. It's how are we going to beat the Blackhawks? How do we keep the puck out of our net? Their power play's hot, so we've got plenty of other things to think about. So and I believe the players think the same way. They've been around too long. Young guys, who knows? They may buy into that a little bit, but they're going to have to get it out of their heads in a hurry and just play, because they're the ones that actually are going to probably benefit from the extra minutes. So hopefully they're up for the challenge.
Thanks, everyone.